Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to be discussing the writing band descriptors or the judging criteria for IELTS writing section. This is a series called Write Well with Maxxcell where we discuss the writing section in detail. So far we have covered the basics of writing section. If you are interested, you can check it out. Without further ado, let's begin today's video. We are going to cover what are writing band descriptors and we are going to see each of the different writing band criteria given by IELTS. First, let us understand what are band descriptors. So, band descriptors are a set of assessment criteria that the examiner uses to assess your performance, right? So, how well you answer and how well you do is what is being judged by these band descriptors. Now, as you might know, for reading and listening, you are given marks out of 40. And then these marks are then converted into bands. However, for speaking and writing, you are directly going to be given a band score. How is that going to happen? Okay, so there is a set of 4 criteria, and for each criterion, you will be marked on a scale or bands of 1 to 9. So let us take an example. So one of the criteria is lexical resource. Okay, so if you have band 5 for lexical resource, what is the description? Uses a limited range of vocabulary but may lack precision. Okay, so here if a person is using basic vocabulary, simple words, but still they are not getting the words right in terms of context, then they get a band 5. So like this, for each band, for each criteria, you have a band score, and this band has one description. So each band has a certain description. Okay, moving on. Now let us understand what are the 4 criteria for writing section. They are task achievement and task response, cohesion and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. So these are your 4 criteria. For each of these criteria, you are going to get marked out of 1 to 9. Now let us understand task achievement. Task achievement refers to how well you have followed the task instructions. Okay, so you should stick to the relevant information and not speculate on the data presented. So basically, task achievement is for task 1. Okay, so for task 1, you have to, the first criteria is task achievement, in which you have to follow the task instructions. That is, you have to write only 2 or 3 main features. You're not going to write all the other data. You have to be very selective with which information you're going to include in your report. The other thing, do not give personal opinions or speculate. That is, do not guess why there is a certain trend. Okay, if there is a sudden rise like this, don't try to guess why there is a sudden rise. Okay, so this has to be not included in your report. Moving on, task response. Task response is for task 2, that is essay writing. Okay, task response measures whether you have covered each part of the task, and secondly, how well you have responded. If you watched our previous video, you would know that for task 2, that is essay writing, you have to use some level of critical thinking. Now, how well you think in a very short span of time is also being judged. So you have to come up with good points within a very short span of time on topics that you might previously be unaware of. You have to develop your arguments. You have to develop your arguments. You have to develop your arguments and support them with appropriate examples. Now, both of these things have to be there. You have to respond to each part. So, usually for essay writing, there are certain things that they will ask you. Like, if you have, what is your opinion? right? If it is an opinion type essay, they will ask you what is your opinion, and then they will ask you give reasons for your opinion and support it with examples. These are the different parts of the task. You have to include your opinion, you have to give minimum 2 reasons, and you have to give minimum of 2 examples. Only then will you get a high score for task response. Okay, then moving on. Then next, let us understand coherence and cohesion. Now, what is the difference between the two and why are they clubbed together? Okay, so cohesion refers to how well you connect sentences by making appropriate use of referencing, linking words, and other connecting devices. So basically, you have to see that your sentences follow each other and they are connected in an appropriate way. Also, make sure you're using linking words like additionally, furthermore, etc. Okay, all of these have to be included in your writing task too. Secondly, coherence. Coherence means the structuring of your ideas, how well you present your ideas, and how well you have connected them. So whether they are following each other one after another, there is some logical connection between the two. The flow of your writing, okay, the flow of your writing should be logical and easy to comprehend. Okay, so make sure when someone is reading, how well you write will make sure whether they can understand what is your point. Okay, so make sure you're writing your points in a very good manner. You have to make sure your reader is understanding all the points that you have made. Okay, so basically, when it comes to cohesion and coherence, the main word would be connect. Okay, how well you connect either your ideas or your sentences. Sentences would be cohesion and ideas would be coherence. Next up, we have lexical resource. Lexical resource refers to the range and accuracy of it. Lexical resource refers to the range and accuracy of your vocabulary. Okay, so you have to have both. That is, you should use a wide variety of words, and secondly, you have to use them correctly. Okay, to get a high score, make sure your writing includes a wide variety of words and phrases, that is, idioms and other things, which are used correctly. Make sure you're using them correctly. Next, we have grammatical range and accuracy. What is grammatical range and accuracy? Okay, it measures your grammar. Okay, grammar usage in 2 ways. Okay, the 2 ways are correctness, that is grammatical accuracy, and variety, grammatical range. Okay, you have to ensure your writing does not contain any grammatical errors. So writing should be as error-free as possible. Also, make sure you are using different types of sentences, punctuation, and changing the voice appropriately. Voice, I mean, what do I mean by voice? Okay, active or passive voice. So you have to switch up your writing. You have to include active as well as passive sentences. You also have to include different types of punctuation. Try different type of punctuation like using a semicolon or a double hyphen, or maybe make sure that you are including a lot of different types of sentences. Now, misconception is that we have to write all complex sentences. No. Okay, you have to create a variance in your writing. You have to show them a variety. Okay, so you're going to use simple as well as complex. Okay, you're going to use all the different types of punctuation. You're also going to use both active as well as passive voice. Okay, and that is it for today. Next time we are going to be discussing letter writing for IELTS General. If you have friends who might be interested, consider sharing our channel with them. Hope you like this video. See you in the next one. If you're looking for IELTS classes, look no further because we provide online as well as offline classes where we give you comprehensive material, test series and personalized feedback. If interested, please contact us for more details.